Hello, my friends. Jeff here. Yes, I am a Xennial, and we are about to watch some G.I.Joe. I hope you're excited, because I am. Welcome, everyone, to yet another episode reaction here in our long-standing, ongoing reaction series of G.I.Joe, A Real American Hero. We are on Season 1, Episode 15. This episode is called Haul Down the Heavens. And I'm pretty excited. If you would like to jump right ahead to the reaction, you can just check down below for the chapter times. And of course, down below, you'll also find other things that you would find on any just sort of standard reaction. You'll find links to where you can watch the full episodes clean. I'm just watching these off the Hasbro official YouTube channel, so you can go and watch G.I. Joe there. Since you're here, you might as well just watch it with me, I would say. But also, you can find a link to the Patreon where you'll find full uncut episode reactions and so much more. So much more. We like to have fun here. But for now, I just want to yap a little bit more about G.I. Joe before we get into today's episode. So, speaking specifically of today's episode, I am not familiar with this episode, at least by the title. Haul Down the Heavens. If you look here, this is the official thumbnail on the Hasbro page. Usually that's about all I like to do. I don't want to spoil myself on what the episodes are. Sometimes I'll sort of side eye on a plot on Wikipedia just to check, oh, is it this thing I think it is? Or what's coming up. Nothing here though. I don't know. This is Flint and Lady J fighting a polar bear. Maybe we're going to get an Arctic episode. That would be kind of cool. It might be nice to see Snow Job again. I always love the Snowcat. The Snowcat, that's what it's called, right? And if you'll recall, the Snowcat, right? The Snowcat came with Frostbite, who was our second snowtrooper for G.I. Joe. And he's never been actually featured. He was in the background of one of the episodes of, I want to say, the Pyramid of Darkness, or no, maybe it was in Revenge of Cobra. Either way, whatever the Arctic, I think there was an Arctic episode in both of those. I think he was in the background of one of those episodes, but Frostbite would be good to see. I don't really know much about that character, but he's got a beard, and I've got a beard, so, can't be all bad. Oh boy. So let's just talk quickly, because I've been starting to think about something, and I was talking about this last week when we were doing the greenhouse effect episode. I was thinking maybe we should start figuring out I don't know if it's a full taxonomy or a checklist or something. Maybe we should start ticking the boxes around what is included or involved in these G.I. Joe episodes that we're watching. Now that I've been watching it really consistently and actually doing a larger analysis, of each episode as it comes, I keep thinking about oh, there's this thing or that thing that I might have missed talking about that I wanted to talk about. And I feel even if I just had a little if I just had a checkbox around does this episode feature a new character that we've never seen before or that we've never highlighted before? Sometimes after I've watched an episode, I'll go and I'll look at the Wiki Fandom page or somewhere else, and I'll just see some trivia about that episode that I'm oh, that would have been really interesting to discuss if I had known it in advance or even after the fact. There's a reaction channel that I really like. There's a woman named Chanel Riccio, I think is her last name, that I've been watching her for a while. And her sort of framing of her post-watch analysis is always centered around the IMDb trivia facts, which I find fascinating. But you know what it does? It leads her to not miss some of those key things that may be sort of underlying the sort of broader story beats that you would naturally talk about, right? Now, I don't know that G.I. Joe necessarily warrants all that all the time, but I think that it might be interesting. Also, I think that like this sort of idea of like not just the checklist, but the sort of the taxonomy of these are the kinds of episodes. These are the kinds of character dynamics that are featured here versus here. They work here, they don't work here. That's the kind of thing that I think might be interesting to see, right? Like if you could broadly say G.I. Joe adventure episodes are better than gimmick episodes, or this kind of a thriller episode is better than a science fiction heavy episode. I think that that might be interesting just to sort of like analyze what episodes do right, what versus what episodes do not so right. At least, I mean, it's still just all opinion and like it's just for fun. And I know that some of this stuff is like especially those check boxes, you know, this is the first appearance of barbecue. Those are the kind of things that like, yeah, those literally already exist on like the wiki fandom pages and Joepedia. I get that. I totally get it. Maybe we can apply some of that same strategic thinking, regardless of whether it's been done before or not, to this rewatch series of G.I. Joe. For now, I think that that's a good jumping off point to start thinking analytically about what we're getting into. And this week, I think we can hope for the best. And then I think that maybe we'll be able to take the episodes that we've already watched and put them through this lens once we have it sort of figured out, and see if we can come to any conclusions around. It's the like Alpine works without Bazooka, but Bazooka doesn't work without Alpine. You know, that's a kind of like it seems like logical, but is it actually, right? And I wonder if the data, when organized, would show us more factually one way or the other. So, with that in mind, again, let's jump into G.I. Joe Season 1, Episode 15, Haul Down the Heavens, and see if Flint and Lady J can defeat a polar bear. I'm going to guess no, because polar bears are like literally the most deadly bears of all. One of only 4 or 5 animals on the planet that hunt for sport. Yeah. Okay. Let's jump into G.I. Joe. Hey everyone, welcome to all of you who just jumped right to here. No worries on that. Let's get right into this episode. This is G.I. Joe Season 1, Episode 15, Haul Down the Heavens. I hope you're ready for some Sunbow action. It's gonna be amazeballs. Yo, Joe.
Joe! He'll fight for freedom wherever there's trouble. G.I. Joe is there. G.I. Joe.
So what we know, Flint and Lady J are gonna take on a polar bear. That's all we know so far. But we'll see. Maybe when the show starts, we'll all recognize what the episode is. Hoping for an Arctic episode. If there's a polar bear in it, probably. Maybe we'll get Snow Job and Frostbite. We'll see.
Special mission force. Its purpose to defend human freedom against Cobra, a ruthless terrorist organization
Oh, Flint.
to rule the world.
Why throw him through the window? Why not just arrest him? They barely ever even try to arrest people, don't they?
What do you make
Buzz
of it,
Dixon
Flint? Why would the
returns
Northern
once
Lights
again.
suddenly go haywire? And who's buzzing the base? Oh,
Is it
it's
Scarlet
your
again?
flying fool girlfriend.
Lady J?
She's not. Get that girl in tow before I kick her in the afterburner. Come on, get a move on. Now.
What is this? Sorry, are they actually dating? I thought that was always just sort of
I cut short my
implied.
furlough and gave up an African safari. This better be good.
Depends on how you define good. Duke wants you to meet some people. There's a disturbance in the Aurora Borealis. It may be melting the polar ice cap.
What? Are you kidding? That could flood every coastal city on Earth.
You catch on fast. Duke wants Snow Job, you and I, to escort a UN
All
science
right.
team to the Arctic Circle to investigate. There they are.
Interesting.
Dr. Johansson, Lady J.
Delighted. Can't we speed up the loading process, Flint? The situation up north is becoming critical.
We'll be taking off within the hour, sir.
I'm amazed you barbarous thugs can do anything constructive.
Dr. Intwistle, our geologist.
My pleasure.
It's certainly not mine.
Oh.
This is supposed to be a scientific expedition, not an invasion. All this military hardware is unnecessary and frankly
is it though?
unwelcome.
Okay. Usually, sorry, I start and stop the show. Just, you guys should know that by now. Just establishing where we're at. Was it just me, or did it feel like that animation quality was like, not totally up to par? I don't know. I do appreciate the fact that this is another Buzz Dixon episode. I hadn't realized that. We just watched the Buzz Dixon episode 20. Was it 20 Questions was his first episode on the show? Good times. A prolific television writer and well known for his work on G.I. Joe, of course. Okay, so I think we're established with where we're at. I assume Cobra is somehow involved in this Aurora Borealis plot. But we'll have to see what becomes of the story here. Perhaps that UN scientist is in on it, trying to help Cobra with their dastardly deeds to destroy the ice caps.
Snow Job, scout ahead. I'd like to keep this expedition from falling through the ice.
Gotcha, Flint.
Move him out!
I want to hear his accent. He's got that Maine accent,
Bad news, Flint. No direct route to the Aurora. We'll have to circle this gap.
That'll take hours.
Really
We better
toned down
camp
the
here.
accent, didn't they?
I'll draw up a guard roster.
How typically macho and paranoid. Next, I suppose you'll want to draft us.
Brother, would I love to put her through boot camp.
What's that?
Snow Job, let's get out of here!
Jeez Louise. Who is...
Empty.
How is that possible? Also, I thought there was a guard. Dang. Just in the nick of time.
Somebody's trying to kill us.
Nonsense.
Oh, really? I suppose the snowcat hot-wired itself and chased us around of its own accord.
Ionization from the Aurora started the motor. The machine simply ran wild.
I bet.
That's an insane thing to say. That doesn't make any sense at all. Yeah. She's definitely in on it, right? She's got to be working with Cobra. All right. I thought we were in the middle of the Arctic. Is this where we're in a town now? Are we cutting to like somewhere in Alaska maybe? The real doctor.
G.I.Joe, telephone. Hurry.
What's the condition of the ice, Snow
Because
Job?
that doctor is actually
Turning into slush.
the
If it
Baroness.
gets much warmer, the snowcats will sink.
Hovercraft would be perfect up here.
What's going on back there? Now we'll see who our saboteur is. Gotcha!
It's a polar bear. Don't fight a polar bear. That's a stupid thing to do. They will kill you.
On second thought, help yourself.
Come on, Flint.
Hey! You forgot something! Me!
Faster! He's getting away!
Where did he go?
Guys,
Try over there!
it's a polar bear. You cannot beat him.
What's that?
Awesome.
What is it?
Totally awesome.
Cobra!
Sorry. That's a sick Cobra base. I love like sweet Cobra bases. Aren't they so cool?
What do you figure they're up to?
They're behind the disturbance in the Aurora.
We'd better get back. And
Yeah, no doubt.
Guess for a G.I. Joe.
Imp whistle.
It's the
what are you
Baroness.
doing here?
A warning flare.
Sound the alarm!
Cobra snowtroopers coming out.
No, not crazy. Merely your enemy.
The Baroness.
We're down to 2 choices.
I love this exciting
Either we
adventure
plow
music that
straight
G.I.
through
Joe
them,
plays
Or
sometimes.
we let them run over us.
Da-da-da.
Some choice.
Where are the rest of the Joes? They brought like all those like snowcats and stuff. Where are the green chicks? What was it they did? Just like I was just trying to get past them by going in between them.
We lay low and hope Cobra doesn't find us, or the others.
What happened out there? Do you think Flint and Snowjob?
I don't know.
Oh snap!
Hurry! Take cover!
Surrender! You are trapped.
They've all
in
been
Cobra's
captured.
fangs.
Yeah, well, pick your
Grab it.
fangs with this!
Dang! Oh, Lady J, you're done for.
You are now Cobra's prisoner, and your friends will soon join you.
One shot.
Take him back to base. When he wakes, he'll make a fine pet for Cobra Commander.
Grab that fang! Tell him to send hovercrafts!
What about you?
I'm gonna try to radio headquarters from Cobra's own base.
Okay. Oh, dang. Come on,
Where did
Snowjob.
you come from?
Punch him out. Oh. Very exciting. Oh no. Oh, and now we're left wondering what happened to Snowjob. I gotta say, this is very exciting. Now we're gonna have a rescue scenario. Flint's got to go rescue the scientist and Lady J. This is really good stuff. I'm digging it. I kind of wish there was a little bit. There were more Joes here, but I like the setup a lot. And bam.
Stop if you value your life.
Oh.
Theirs.
I'm
How did he
sorry,
not
Flint.
notice that they were all just standing right there? Oh. Seriously? One of those darts took out a polar bear.
Stinking...
Oh no. Wandering off into the wilderness, he's done for.
So,
Well,
Flint,
that's the
you
last we've seen of
disapprove our
Snowjob.
little project.
We don't get our kicks from mass destruction, Destro.
Consider it a form of hygiene. We're giving the world a much-needed bath. The ion attractor generates forces strong enough to pull down the Aurora Borealis. The ions melt the ice, eventually raising the water level 80
But-
feet around the world.
Wait, just to confirm, I'm not crazy, right? Like the Aurora Borealis are not like heat, right? I don't know that it's like extra energy. It's just like a trick, literally like a trick of the light, isn't it? I don't think that it's any additional heat in the Aurora. But like an ion disruptor, that's kind of like, reminds me of like the HARP facility, right? Up in, is that in Alaska? Anyway.
Every coastal city will be
The
flooded.
cartooniness makes
And
sense
with
though.
the
Like
world in chaos,
flood the world.
Cobra strikes.
Brilliant, Destro.
It's not that
I bet
brilliant.
You take first prize at the science fair.
Beware, Lady J. With so sharp a tongue, you could cut your own throat. Take them
But I
away.
like the fact that, like, let's just cause chaos, and then we can have our way with the world, you know? Like, generally speaking, that's cool.
Gotta get up. Hovercraft. I gotta.
Okay. There he is.
Joes are planning something big. Baroness was right.
What are you planning, Firefly?
Ain't fueled up yet.
Hmm.
A little acid will do the trick.
It's electric fence that he's getting through with acid. Got it.
It's okay, Entwistle. Don't blame yourself. Nobody can fight Cobra alone. That's why there's a Joe team.
Thanks to you, we know Cobra's involved in these disasters.
Can you save my friends?
You just watch us, ma'am.
Did you notice that one Joe sitting there just reading the paper or whatever? Oh no. You're done for. I mean, honestly, I don't understand why no one kills each other in this show. There's so much opportunity. Saved by the local Inuit tribe. Huh.
Where am I? Taganok Indian Village. What you doing all alone out there?
Taganok.
Radio. Call. Joe 79er.
Dang! What sabotage! That's great.
We've been sabotaged!
Yeah, you have. Oh man, even with a huge jet? Bravo. I'm gonna give massive props to Firefly. That is superb. And I've been saying we need to see Cobra win more than they have been.
Firefly, I want to give you something.
A knuckle sandwich. Sorry, Duke.
No.
Man, what havoc he has wrecked. It's a beautiful
G.I.
thing.
Joe will return after these messages.
I gotta say, like, I haven't really
G.I.
seen much
Joe.
of Firefly, so I'm really excited to see him, like, kicking ass, kind of, you know?
Firefly pumped acid into the main fuel lines.
And we pumped the fuel into our jets and turned our own planes into firebombs.
Yes, nice of us to oblige him, wasn't it? Now, if we want to fly to the Arctic, we have to fly standby.
Don't bet on it.
Don't bet on it.
J-O-E
He's delirious.
79er.
Do you ever wonder, like, how much money the Joes must spend on equipment? I mean, Cobra too, but, like, think about how many vehicles are destroyed in every single episode. It's crazy. That's your taxpayer dollars at work, by the way. There you go. He's getting the message through.
So how do we get out of here? Any bright ideas?
Push the button on my watch.
From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we will fight our country's back.
What? I know this song. This is like from an old war movie, right?
You're gonna clam up, or do we have to?
Yo, Joe!
Okay.
Can you figure out how it works?
I think so. Destro always uses the same basic design layouts.
I'll remember that in the future.
Destro, hold your fire. Surely two such formidable foes deserve a sporting chance.
Duke, there ought to
There's one Sky Striker left?
tanks for a one-way flight to the
Dude.
Great White North. I'm all out of gas. End of the line, guys. Wish me happy landings. Yo, Joe!
I know he's ripcord, but, like, did you just literally let a multi-million-dollar plane crash for no reason? guy. It's
Snow job.
embarrassing. Yes, love a good Cobra arena.
Terrific. He remembers us, and not fondly.
Oh no! I don't think it works when you're talking to a polar bear, Cobra Commander.
Joe!
All right, hovercraft battle scene. We got Gung Ho, Wild Bill, Roadblock. Maybe you guys can shoot the ice, because it's already, you know.
What's that?
Sounds like
Everything's melting,
Cavalry's
right?
arrived.
They must not reach the ion attractor! Destroy them!
Now, let's get out of here.
Genius. Nice.
I see you have never learned the difference between courage and stupidity, but I will be pleased to teach you.
Oh, uses the chain. So smart.
it's
So
not
smart.
shutting off.
I know. I'm setting it to full power.
You're what?
He's gonna overload it. Or break. What's he gonna do? He's gonna haul down the heavens. That's what he's gonna do.
What the blazes?
Dang. And everyone's like freaking
Ice
out.
is melting. Their whole base is going under.
Again, I don't think the science is there to back you up to, but it looks cool, so that's what matters.
Adios, chumps. Hovercraft don't sink.
Oh no, the whole base is going under.
Me too.
You guys gotta get out of
Creeps are
there.
getting away.
Duke and Cutter will take care of them.
Look at Destro's outfit in this episode. It's pretty sweet.
Drop depth charges.
Oh, interesting.
That ought to ring their chimes.
Guys, get out of there, man. Wow. Cool. So science
It is
fiction-y.
beautiful, isn't it? From a distance.
He's better looking from a distance, too.
Maybe, yeah.
You're not
Oh.
just gonna let him nap there, are you, Duke?
I have a policy about 10-foot bears. Lady, as far as I'm concerned, they can sleep anywhere they want.
Bum. Is that the end of the episode?
G.I.Joe
Is that
will
it?
return after these
That's
messages.
crazy. Wow. That was like, it just kept going. There's a lot happening there. Okay, that is the end of episode 15, season 1, G.I. Joe, Haul Down the Heavens. And they did, in fact, haul down the heavens, didn't they? What an interesting episode. There was, I think, mostly good and some interesting, I don't want to say bad, but some interesting things about it as well to point out. Overall, though, I think we should all be thankful Buzz Dixon is here, because I think that so far his 2 episodes have been fascinating. This same in the same vein as 20 Questions followed a progressive story that wasn't based on a gimmick. This one, in fact, almost entirely was like one thing to the next thing to the next thing to the next thing. I think I prefer these kind of adventure stories. And it wasn't complicated, and there was no real B plot. And we had a very small cast. I like the general concept of like the Aurora Borealis. That's a great sort of like, it's the Arctic. It's a good setup of like cool like visuals that you can imagine. And it plays on the Cobra side. It plays well with this like, we're gonna flood the world and cause chaos. And I like when Cobra's got a plan that's like less structured. Do you know why? Either less structured or smaller. Because when they're big grandiose plans of like, let's take over the world, and they're demanding that all the nations of Earth surrender to them, like there's always something that's like, that doesn't make sense. Like, you know, even in episodes I like, where it's like, the rhinoceri have invaded London. It doesn't track in like the long run. It doesn't really track. Like, why would not the armies of the world, you know, retaliate? In this case, like, it's a bigger story, but it's all taking place in a very remote location. So it's really, it really isolates all of the action. I actually think that really serves Cobra better. I liked a lot of the visual elements here. The polar bear was great. That Cobra base was very cool. Destro had a cool new uniform on. The arena, even though it was like, could have been used a little bit more, the arena set was pretty cool. And like just some, like the general sort of vibe of it was fun. And I liked heavy feature on the snowcats as well. What I didn't like was the animation was surprisingly weird. Like, it wasn't good. There were a couple things, like even in that, do you remember that shot? Here, I'll put it up here, but there's this shot here where it's with Cutter, where it's like, look at him. Like, it's even in the same shot, like they can't keep a consistent animation on him. I don't understand what was going on here, but this animation in this episode was like shoddy. It was not good. There was another shot earlier with Flint's face looking very weird. I don't know what was going on, but hopefully they fix that, because that's not good. that's just not good. So yeah, I don't know about that. I also didn't think that the Snowjob's accent was there anymore. Snowjob had this like great main accent that I made a real point of commenting on in the, I guess it was the Revenge of Cobra series where they introduced him. You know, it was real thick, like something out of a Stephen King, you know, story. And they really like toned it down to the point of almost, I didn't even notice anything.
Bad news, Flint. No direct route to the Aurora. We'll have to circle this gap.
Robot defenders! I knew this wasn't one of my better days.
That's disappointing. I love the G.I. Joe accents. They're great. Anyway, at least we got Baroness in disguise once again. We got a lot of good elements that I like. Like, it was a sort of a like contained, I guess maybe is a way to say it, you know. There were just a couple of Joes, just a couple of vehicles, just on the Cobra side, just a couple of, you know, Cobra, just a couple of their vehicles. It was in a way it was a small scale story, but with sort of a bigger play involved. It's like when we're lost in the woods and we've forgotten our cell phones. So it's gonna have to be an analog story moving forward. That's the kind of thing that, like, it, you know, it's contrived, but it helps heighten the action. So there was a lot of good things to like here, and I think they did a really good job with this episode. And I like that both this and the 20 questions episode that Buzz Dixon also wrote are this, like, it's like a flowing adventure, one thing to the next thing to the next thing. That's cool. So I'm really hoping for more. I know we have another Buzz Dixon episode coming up in about 4 or 5 episodes with Lights, Camera, Cobra. And we'll get there soon. But let me know what you think about this episode in the comments below. Did you like it? Did it go just jump by as quickly for you as it did for me? Because I felt like I was like, oh man, this episode's over already. I want more. That was my take on it. Did you guys have the same experience? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you've had fun today. We'll circle back with another episode of G.I. Joe next time. I actually think that next we've got this two-parter, the Synthoid Conspiracy. So looking forward to introducing the Synthoids into G.I. Joe. If you know, you know. Okay, we'll catch you all next time. Have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye.